What's up to all of my Pisces out there, and welcome back to Pulse of the Cosmos. I'm your astrologer, Emily, and today we are going to be taking a look at the weekly astrology for the week of June 8th of 2020. So let's get into it. For my Pisceans out there, we have a lot of activity going on in Pisces this week. We have the sun over there in Gemini going to be squaring over to Neptune in Pisces. The moon is going to be transiting through Pisces. Mars is going to be coming conjunct Neptune in Pisces. So a lot going on with your first house. And for you guys, I want you to be cautious throughout all of this, because with the sun in the fourth house, there can be some kind of old kind of behavior, old kind of pattern, or something from the past coming up that's coming up to be released, right? It's coming up to be released from the foundations that built you because they haven't served a positive purpose in your life. And there are shifts in your perspective, and there are shifts in your outlook that are coming about throughout these times. With Neptune in your first house, it kind of dissolves pieces of your perspective, of your external, of your avatar perspective, to give you insights into what your your inner self sees, what your higher self sees, and give you insight into that unconscious tap of information that all of the Pisces have saved away in that data bank somewhere. This is a really, really potent time for you to be getting in touch with that. However, with this conjunction with Mars being the ego in astrology, coming together with Neptune, the biggest ego dissolving factor that we have in astrology, is a stressful placement. It really can be. It can be very divisive. And Mars is very self-interested. It wants to get ahead. And in the first house, it definitely wants to get ahead for self. The push is very self-motivated. Whereas Neptune brings a more compassionate response, a more empathetic response when it's in the first house. So these two things coming together can put one in a state of confusion, in a state of delusion, not knowing what direction to turn, feeling some kind of internal battle or some kind of internal pull. Well, we do have the sun still in Gemini. We do have the north node in Gemini. We do have the moon coming through Aquarius this week before it hits Pisces. So what this means is that the information is there. The true facts and the true data and the truth is being revealed to us. We know the truth. We have an inner knowing, but it's an acquisition with intention. If you don't pay attention to the truth, if you're not necessarily especially filtering what comes into your mind, Neptune rules the media. And when we have some of these angles like we do going on with Neptune this week, we have to be extra cautious about what we're allowing into our brain in terms of news sources, in terms of social media, in terms of allowing other people to condition their opinions or their dogmas upon you, to encourage a divide within you and within the way you interact with people around you. There are darker forces, and I know a lot of my Pisces know this just innately, that are surfacing and really just looking to drive that wedge between the collective and bring sight away from the true source and the true pain and what the true battle with authority is here. But in any case, for all of my Pisces out there, just don't get wrapped up in some of these old patterns that are coming up, maybe from your past, or these old ways that you used to emotionally respond to things or psychologically respond to things from childhood, maybe some traumas. There's an easier, softer way for you, and we can just go with the flow of this, like that Piscean energy, and let yourself be directed into that space of knowing the core, authentic, inner subatomic structure of who you are, and knowing that you are building new foundations and that you are building a new life for yourself that's reaping in the kind of abundance that you've been seeking. And it's going to be more aligned with you, more aligned with yourself, more aligned with your authentic inner self. So a lot of exciting things for my Pisces here. Let us see what's going on in the cards. And in your home life, be cautious not to let any divisive forces pull you into some kind of delusion there either. We can have some issues with the home life come up that are repeating old patterns or emotional patterns. Old emotional patterns can come up, so look out for that too. Okay, so we did pull the Five of Wands. So this is conflict, but it's more of a playful conflict. So maybe you will have an encounter with someone in kind of your immediate circle, someone in kind of like your nuclear circle that's going to bring about a little bit of a conflict. It's not going to be the heaviest conflict. This isn't war. It's more kind of like play fighting. So there's a way to work through this without being so intense as it comes to you. And be cautious with all of this divisive energy and with South Node and Sag wanting to hold on to certain belief systems, not to let hate divide you further from people in your circle, but also to know where to stand up in your truth and your values and what's working and what's not. So let's pull another card for you guys actually. Okay, we got the Fool reversed as well for you guys. So maybe this is you kind of having that, for some reason I'm really getting with this Fool reversed, that this is that you know the path a little bit, but you're fearful to take a step into a new path, or you're fearful to kind of come out and take action on some kind of thing that you want to vocalize. That's what I'm getting from this Fool reversed. So whatever that is, just articulate your opinion in a very hermetic, very neutral, and very, what is the word that I'm looking for? Objective way, and don't get too attached to being emotional and whatever this is. And yeah, have faith that what's coming out on the other side of this new journey that you're starting with the Fool is bringing you the abundance you are seeking. I love you all, my Pisces, so much, and I will see you next week.